is to try and explain clearly to voters how, to working people, working voters, how voting Republican is against their interests. Again, the work that Karen is doing does that. What I think is really weird is that I don't think the Democratic Party has done that effectively. And so this is another reason why we're in so much trouble here. When I mentioned the importance of organizing, and by that I mean just organize everything that moves, you know, if it's breathing, organize it, sign it up. But in addition to that, everything that moves has to be moved to the voting booths as well. So that at the same time, when I'm talking about organizing people on a grassroots level and direct action and that sort of thing, you also simultaneously have to impress upon people how important it is to vote. So when you get these swelling numbers of people coming to the polls, if you can do that, then you can really change the landscape in this country. I think one of the great opportunities missed by Barack Obama and the Democrats was the fact that so many people were so well organized and so fired up and ready to participate in a grand venture in this country right after the election in 2008, and then all of that energy was allowed to dissipate. Those folks should have been encouraged to remain involved. You would have had to respond to the issues that were important to them, obviously, but we needed to have that energy and that fire continue throughout the 4 years of the Obama administration. That has not happened.
I can say a word about unemployed workers. There are about 500,000 members of Working America who are out of work. And we were appalled to see what the Senate Republicans were doing on the extension of unemployment benefits, where for 50 days they just dallied and people lost their checks, lost their homes. It was horrible. And what was even worse, though, was the lack of outcry from the unemployed themselves. That there are so few mechanisms or opportunities for people to have their voice heard. And it's just another example of what we've been talking about on this panel. We did a phone call, a tele-town hall with unemployed members of Working America. 25,000 people got on the call because they're looking for a place to go. I think we've got to give people easy points of entry. We have to help build leaders at the local level so that there's people to follow. We need to build our national leaders. Rich is a fabulous leader, incredibly important to all of us. We've got to move from the bottom up and begin to create that kind of national presence. And unemployed workers is one of the most stark examples of a part of our